Hey guys, and welcome back. We are now on day 3 of unit 5, I believe. So now we're going to start getting more into scatter plots. We talked about the relationships and how they correlate and scenarios, how they correlate and relate. So now we're talking about predictions from a scatter plot. So we are looking at matching values. So really a coordinate point, okay, that we're making. So this is one of my favorite things because it just makes sense. So here we go. Steps. Pause the video, write this down. Okay? Steps. 1, box in the data. So literally draw a box around all of your points. Draw a line of best fit all the way through the graph. So in the middle of your box that you drew, you want to draw a line of best fits. Okay? Make sure there are an even amount of points on each side. This does not mean they have to be the exact same number of points on each side. You just want an even amount. You want them, math is fair. If I do something here, I have to do it there. So you want to make sure there's an even amount. And then let's find the number you are solving for and find the matching point. So am I looking for an X to Y value, or am I looking for a Y to X value? That's pretty much it. So here we go. And go ahead and pause and write these down if you did not. So first example, we have our snowfall graph. So this is the graph we used the other day. So you do have to regraph it. I'm just kidding. I gave you the graph this time. So here's our graph. Step 1, box in the data. So we're gonna go ahead and box in this data. So notice how the box literally has every single point. It's okay that it's going a little off the graph, but I have my highest to lowest points and my most left to right points. So I boxed in the whole thing. So now, in the middle of this box, as best as you can, put your ID down. So put your ID or some sort of ruler, straight edge of a notebook, something that is a straight edge, and draw a line through the middle. So there's my line through the middle. It's not perfect, but it is through the middle. And I can tell because I'm not counting the points on the line, but I can see that I've got about 7 points on this side and 8 points on this side. Now, you might be thinking, if I just need an even amount of points, can I just draw a line through the middle or like horizontally? So vertically or horizontally? No, we cannot do that. We want a linear, like negative or positive line. Okay, so negative or positive line. So it has to be diagonal. Got it? So now my question says, how much snow would fall 20 years after 1995? So my years are my X values. So I'm looking at the bottom of this graph, the X values, and I'm looking for 20 years after 1995. So 20 years after 1995 would be 2015. So I'm gonna start at 2015. I'm gonna draw some little dashes up to my line that I drew. So you're drawing dashes on your line that you drew. And then once I get to that line, I'm gonna go to the Y values like so. And I'm finding my match. So and I'm finding my match. So this is, if you see, it's between 250 and 300, a little closer to 300. So since this is an estimation, I'm gonna say about 280 inches. And on a multiple choice test, I would choose the answer that is closest to 280. So if I see 285 and 272, I'm gonna pick 285 because that's closest to 280, okay? So let's do another problem. Make sure you wrote all this down, pause it, fill in the blanks. So our next one is resting heart rates. So again, step 1, box in your data. So make sure you have every single point in this box. Okay, second step, I am going to draw a line of best fit through the middle. Okay, so And I did not count out my points on each side. That is my fault. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points on the top. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points on the bottom. So that's pretty even, 10 and 9 points. Okay, so now, how old is someone that has a heart rate of 50? So heart rate is my Y value. So I'm starting from my Y's this time, and I'm gonna draw some little tick marks from my Y values all the way to my line. Notice I passed 2 points. Those are not my answers. I need to go to my line, okay? The points, no, I want the line. So now from my line, I'm gonna go to the X values, and I can see it's about between 50 to 55 years because it looks like these are counting by fives. So I would say about 52, 53 years old. That would be my final answer. And again, when we do have this, remember you are rounding. So if you have an answer that says 55 or 48, it'd be closer to 55. So I would choose 55. Got it? So last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and draw our line of best fit, which I did not draw a box for this one, but draw a box and then draw your line. I see that I'm not counting the points that it's touching, but I have 1 point on top, 2 points on bottom, so that's pretty evenly spread. My question, how much money would be earned after 720 hours? Okay, so 720 hours, that is time. So my Y value is money earned. My X value is time. I see that my time is in days, not hours. So my first step here should actually be to convert. So I need to know how many days are in 720 hours. So I would do 720 divided by 24, which would be 30. So I'm gonna start where the X value is 30, and if I look, it looks like these are counting by tens because I see 20 and then it's got 2 jumps to 40. So it looks like it's counting by tens. So I'm gonna start right here, draw up to my line. Notice that it does touch a point, which is okay. I don't want that point. It's not exactly in the middle of that point, it's just close to it. And then I'm gonna go all the way to the Y values. So if I look, it says money earned in hundreds. You have to read the titles because if you don't, you'll be very confused. So money earned in hundreds. So I look, I see okay, I see that I'm between 5 and 10, and there's actually 2 jumps between 5 and 10. So that tells me it's counting by 2.5s about. So 5 to 7.5, I would say this is about 7. So in hundreds, that would be about $700. And that's it. So good luck with your prediction. It is really all about how you draw your lines. Remember, no vertical, horizontal lines. We want diagonals, and just round. So get as close as you can to the answer. That's pretty much it. Good luck, guys.